I'm with Mel Arguijo, who has been with Mission Park and Alamo Funeral Home. How many years, Mel?
44 years.
44 years. So you're just kind of learning your way around.
Just about, yes, sir.
Mel, would you share with some of our friends about Navy fireman first class Frank E. Nicoles and how you came about getting the call?
Yes, sir. I was very honored to receive the call from Catherine Tennant. She was the cousin to Mr. Nicoles. I received a call from her back in August of 2021. Informed me that her cousin's remains had finally been identified, and she wanted to arrange for her military honors for Mr. Nicoles to be buried here at Fort Sam, Houston. And she only thought fit that Mr. Nicoles be represented by Alamo Funeral Home, reflecting San Antonio.
You know, it's like you said, Alamo Funeral Home. It's such a tremendous name, and you've worked for so many years with Alamo and with Mission Park. But Mel, tell me about Fort Sam National Cemetery. Most people think, or a lot of people think, that everything is included as far as the funeral service itself, not just the cemetery. Can you give us some details on how it works between the funeral home and the cemetery, please, sir?
Yes, sir. We get a lot of calls from the family thinking, well, my father was a veteran, so everything's all taken care of by the government, which in fact, the VA or the Veterans Administration will only cover the cemetery portion. The families have to make arrangements through the funeral home for the funeral portion. We had to coordinate with Fort Sam Houston, first of all, for the burial. We had to coordinate the clergy and also coordinate with the Department of Mortuary Affairs from the Navy. Along with that, we also had to provide proper security to allow us to go onto the tarmac at the airport. So special security purposes we had to take care of that with the airport in order for us to get privileges to get onto the tarmac.
Mel, not only did you make all the arrangements in San Antonio for the services for Mr. Nicoles through Mission and Alamo, but you also worked with the family outside of state, did you not?
Yes, sir, I sure did. When the family instructed that there were several family members from Portland that were not going to be able to attend the services, I felt that it was only that we do some kind of a live streaming for the family so that everyone would be able to witness their loved one's services here at Fort Sam.
What do you think the most important thing is the family needs to hear from their funeral director?
Well, from the very first call we get from the family, we need to make the family feel comfortable, knowing that they're placing their trust and confidence in us, and that we're going to follow every step of their instructions from the very beginning till their loved one is laid to rest. We need to make sure that their trust and confidence in us is carried all the way through.
Mel, all kidding aside, and you've been with Mission Alamo for 44, almost 45 years. You've seen a lot. You've done a lot. You've been on a lot of services. How does this particular service make you feel?
Well, this is one of my special services because I was able to honor a serviceman that served for our country faithfully, and in 1941 perished aboard the USS Oklahoma. And for me to be able to be part of his services, providing his final resting place at Fort Sam Houston, there's just no greater honor than to be able to do that for the family and to bring Mr. Nicoles back to San Antonio for placement of his remains at Fort Sam. And it's just no greater feeling than that.
Mel Arguijo, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of Alamo Funeral Home and all the people you work with and Mission Park, of all the wonderful things that you have done, not only for us, but for your entire community for all these decades. We really appreciate everything you do. We love you, and thank you very much for everything that you do for all the families that you have served and you will continue to serve. Thank you, Mel.
Thank you, Mr. Tips. It's a great honor for me to be able to do the job that I do. The families, they come in, they entrust their loved one to us, and I want to make sure that the best of care is given to them and to their loved ones, and that everything is all taken care of. There's no greater honor than for me to know that I can do my best to provide a service to the families that come here to Mission Park.
At Mission Park and Mission Park Cares, we'd like to bring you more programming each and every week.
Yes, just subscribe here or catch us every Sunday morning on Fox 29.
And remember, at Mission Park, it's our mission to care.